Overflows.
Love, the quality of the being, insights into life, love, and light. When for the first time this book, Life, Love, and Light, was written, the author was a seeker. Seeking, there were many questions. Thereafter, the journey continued, and now the author is at this stage that many realizations have happened. She is no more a seeker. The questions are not there. Instead, there is deep contentment. Love is the deepest quality of the being, she realized, and love brings deepest contentment as well. Love is unseen but realized truth. One who has discovered deepest fulfillment in love, his breath, his very movement, his words, and his very being will overflow love in different forms. Love will become his presence or energy field surrounding the person. Love's journey begins with you. As you started loving yourself, your love has begun overflowing towards the entire creation. The love that you have known as a relationship alone is now a state of being that creates bliss and fulfills you. You have taken a dive in the ocean. As wave you are discovering in the vastness of the ocean, you realize as wave you are ephemeral, bound by birth and death. With wave dissolving in the ocean, for the first time you realize something that is eternal, never born, never dies. Such is your nature, or precisely you. A Buddha is love, a Jesus is love, not in love with a particular person, but simply love. Their very climate is love. It is not addressed to any person in particular. It is spreading in all directions. Whatsoever, whosoever comes close to a Buddha will feel it, will be showered by it, will have taken a bath in it, and it is unconditionally so. Love makes no conditions, no ifs, no buts. Love never says, fulfill these conditions, then I will love you. But relationships does. It is like breathing. When it happens, you are simply love. It does not matter who comes close to you, the sinner or the saint. Whosoever comes close to you starts feeling the vibes of love, is rejoiced. Love is unconditional giving, but only those are capable of giving who have. One of the most mysterious thing about man is that he goes on giving things which he does not have. You go on giving love, and you yourself are a beggar of love. Begging love from this or that one, you do not have it in the first place, and you go on asking for love from others who also do not have it. Beggars begging from beggars. Love first has to happen in the deepest core of your being. It is the quality of being alone, happily alone, joyously alone. It is the quality of being a no mind, of being silent. Contentless consciousness is the space. Contentless consciousness is the space, the context in which love arises in you. Love teaches you to be alone. One can be in deep love and yet be alone. In fact, one can be alone only when one is in deep love. The depth of love creates an ocean around you, a deep ocean, and you become an island utterly alone. Yes, the ocean goes on throwing its waves on your shore, but the more the ocean crashes with its waves on your shore, the more integrated you are, more rooted, the more centered you are. Love has value only because it gives you aloneness. It gives you space enough to be your own, but you have no idea of love. You simply have an idea of love, not understanding. You think love is creating trouble, not love itself, but the idea of love. The idea is that in love, lovers disappear into each other, dissolve into each other. Yes, there are moments of dissolution. But this is the beauty of life and all that is existential, that when lovers dissolve into one another, the same are the moments when they become very conscious, very alert. That dissolution is not a kind of drunkenness, that dissolution is not unconscious, it is a conscious process. It brings great consciousness, it releases great awareness. On one hand, they are dissolved, while on the other hand, for the first time, they see their utter beauty in being alone. The other defines them and their aloneness. They define each other and they are grateful to each other. It is because of the other that they have been able to see their own selves. In love, the other becomes a mirror in which they are reflected. Lovers mirror one another. Love makes you aware of your own original face, how you interact on a moment to moment basis in the company of the other. Love reflects. Hence, it looks very contradictory, paradoxical, when it is said, love brings aloneness. You were thinking all along that love brings togetherness. I am not saying that it does not bring togetherness. But unless you are alone, you cannot be together. Who is going to be together? Two persons are needed to be together. Two independent persons are needed to be together. A togetherness will be rich, infinitely rich, if both persons are utterly independent of one another. If they are dependent on each other, it is not togetherness. In most of the cases of relationship, it is dependency on each other. If they are dependent on each other, it is not togetherness, a kind of a slavery, a kind of bondage. If they are dependent on each other, clinging, possessive, if they do not allow each other to be alone, if they do not allow each other space to grow, they are enemies, not lovers. They are destructive to each other. They are not helping each other to find their own souls, their beings. What kind of love is this? It may be just fear of being alone, hence they are clinging to each other. But real love knows no fear. Real love is capable of being alone, utterly alone, and out of that aloneness grows a togetherness. This is the beauty of love. On the other hand, relationship destroys love. Relationship is a structure. Love is not structured. So love relates, certainly, but never becomes a relationship. Love is a moment to moment process. Remember it. Love is the state of your being, not a relationship. There are loving people, and there are unloving persons as well. Unloving persons pretend to be loving through their relationships. Loving people need not have any relationship. Love alone is enough, and they know how to relate. Be a loving person rather than in love relationship. Remember, relationship happens one day and disappears another day. It is like a wave rising on the surface of the ocean. They are flowers. In the morning they blossom, and by evening they are gone. Be a loving person, but people find it difficult to be a loving person, so they create a relationship and be fooled that way. Now I am a loving person because I am in a relationship. And the relationship may be just one of monopoly, possessiveness, exclusiveness. A relationship may be just out of fear, may not have anything to do with love. Relationship is just a kind of a security, financial or something else. The relationship is needed only because love is not there. A relationship is a substitute. Become alert. Relationship destroys love, destroys the very possibility of the birth or the growth of love. Love is the door to the beyond. If there is passion in love, then love will become a prison. If there is attachment in love, then love will become a prison as well. If love is passionless, it will become heaven, compassion. If love is without attachment, then love itself is the divine. Love has both possibilities in its womb. You can have passion and attachment in love, then it is as if you have tied a stone around the neck of the bird of love so that it cannot fly. Or if you have put the bird of love in a golden cage, however precious the cage may be, it may be studded with diamonds and jewels. A cage is still a cage, and it will destroy the bird's capability to fly. When you remove passion and attachment from love, love becomes pure, innocent, formless truth. When you give in love and you do not demand, when love is the only giving, when love is an emperor, not a beggar, when you are happy because someone has accepted your love and you do not trade love, you ask nothing in return, then you are liberating this bird of love into the open sky. Then you are strengthening its wings. Then this world can set out on the journey of the infinite. Love has made people fall. Love has made people rise high. All depends on what you have done with love. Love is the very mysterious phenomenon. It is a door. On one side is suffering, on the other side is bliss. On one side is the hell, and on the other side is heaven. On one side is duality, the wheel of life and death. On the other side is liberation. Love is the door to the beyond.